It is Monday, and it is time to celebrate. We have got some celebrating to do. It's time for of course, the 609 Eagles Super Bowl championship celebration show. So this is going to do us a favor. It's episode 30. I can't talk straight because I'm too damn happy. Kick back, relax, because episode number 30 of 609 Sports Talk starts right now. Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of 609 Sports Talk live here on Facebook, YouTube, and of course, for a special occasion, we are live over on the Birds of the Gridiron Facebook page as well. Coming to you guys live from Hamilton, New Jersey. Of course, this is the show that unites fans, ignites debate, and we are calling all Eagle fans everywhere. So look, let's just break this down. We'll talk a little NBA trade deadline very later on in the show. Tyler, you can pin the comments to the screen right now. I'm talking. We're going to talk some NFL GOAT debate that some people want to say. So we'll talk about that later. You know, there's some people that want to make suggestions of who's the GOAT. However, as anyone can see by how ridiculous I look, and I don't care how ridiculous I do, but I am going to remove the glass.
You look slightly more ridiculous now.
Thank you, pal. Last night, in New Orleans, Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, and Vic Fangio went to war as the Philadelphia Eagles shut down the dynasty. The Philadelphia Eagles have defeated the Kansas City Chiefs, not just defeated them, absolutely destroyed them. 40-22, and that score does not tell you how ugly this game really was.
Or doesn't tell the whole game at all.
They have captured their second Lombardi trophy in 7 seasons, shutting it down the Chiefs and giving them no chance at a three-peat. And don't you talk to me about the Swifties. I'm glad they're gone. Jalen Hurts was named Super Bowl 59 MVP, tallying, I believe it was 290 total yards and 3 total touchdowns. Tyler, how do we feel today, brother? How are we feeling today?
Man, I'm still just trying to process that they overcame all the odds again. And they went out there. They silenced the entire NFL. All they had to hear all week was all the noise of, oh, the dynasty of Kansas City. Oh, they're unbeatable. They're going to three-peat. This, that, and everything. It doesn't matter. The Eagles were the better team all season, and they went out there and they showed them they were the better team yesterday. For all 4 quarters, except for when they put in those backups. Dennis, love to see in here. Go Birds. Sidney Brown ain't starting on this team. Just want to kick the show off just saying that right to you. Reed Blankenship is our starting safety. If you try to tell me that Sidney Brown, who couldn't track down, Worthy,
why are you going
between him and McCollum, they didn't know what was what color was where, and they gave up a late touchdown that should have never happened. I know they had Vic Fangio rolling over up in the booth there because this man has not allowed any big plays the whole game. And then at the end of the garbage time, they let Patrick Mahomes throw a bomb down the field. But that's neither here nor there.
I don't care about that touchdown. All I care about is that we are Super Bowl champions. That just feels good coming out of my mouth today.
Super Bowl champs again. And it's going. This is going to become, I know 2017, we all said it. Let's run it back. Let's do it. We're going to be here in the foreseeable future. Granted, there were some rough times after that 2017 season.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about that a little later. There's a lot of differences between that team and this team.
There is. And the one thing I'm going to say, and I quote Nick Sirianni, Kellen, let's run it back.
Honestly. Kellen, you don't want to go to New Orleans.
Let's catch up on some comments. What's up, Georgie? What's up, Matt? Says go Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis, good to see you. Alyssa, what's up?
I do want to say that to Kaylee, that Kaylee Brown is responsible for our baby Lombardi trophy. And guess what? I hope she realizes whether she's living in Ohio soon or not, every year we're in it, I'm going to need another one shipped to me.
We're going to need a custom one.
I'm making my own trophy case. So actually, I need her to make me a second one so I can have two, because we have two now. So actually, if she's watching, you got to kind of find another Nerf ball. But anyway. But yeah, Dennis, we are champions again. These comments are flying. Jalen has solidified he is a top 5 quarterback. Dennis, I think we actually may need to start considering top 3.
Yeah, because let me see how many other quarterbacks made it to the Super Bowl and beat Patrick Mahomes. There's only been one so far.
Haley also said, don't forget Cooper DeJean. Oh, we can't forget Cooper DeJean. Ain't no one forgetting Cooper DeJean on this show.
He's not a safety.
No, he will never be a safety.
He's not even a corner. He's just a playmaker. He has earned that title. Been making plays ever since he came back healthy out on the field.
Oh, man. This is a glorious day.
I think I upset Dennis a little bit.
Well, hold on a second. Alyssa, what's up? We are Super Bowl champions. Dennis, of course, also said that was Lincoln Financial Field South. It was. The ratio of fans.
Mm-hmm.
That was unseen before.
Yeah. The Swifties don't travel well, man. They don't.
Swifties don't watch football. Dennis, I'm 90% sure Reed Blankenship had a fumble recovery in the NFC title game. I'm pretty sure I remember that.
And the reason you don't really see him that much is because nothing's really going his way.
He's doing his job. Do I have to explain again what him and C.J. Gardner-Johnson's job is? Do I got to keep explaining this?
I don't know. At this point, we're never going to get Dennis to love Reed Blankenship. We just have to accept that fact.
Well, Reed Blankenship's got a Super Bowl ring, and he's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Georgie did predict it. I have to give Georgie the credit. He did predict it.
He made the call
all week.
Now, he did predict a couple of things for Saquon, which unfortunately didn't happen. But I think it's pretty special. Not just an interception, but a pick 6. And Georgie did call that spot on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Matt, it's over. You got to get off the guy's back now. It's over.
You heard it from BG. He came in and interrupted that post-game interview he was doing. He said, tell him get off your back. Because, man, all this dude has to hear every single year is all the constant criticism from his own fan base, around the league, the media, everything.
Dennis, I'm hoping that some of that is true. I want Kellen to stay, man. We don't need to be going.
I think the chances of him staying are higher after winning that Super Bowl trophy, because let's put it into perspective. There's a reason why. Sorry, I was reading a comment.
Hey, go ahead.
There is a reason why. Oh, let me get this comment real quick. Dennis, I don't know if I want to read Dennis's comment. He's wishing for some bad things to happen.
Oh yeah, I'm ignoring that one. That's why I didn't bring it up. I ignored it.
Matt says, "Tyler, what's up Friday?" At work, Matt. That's what's up Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, these parades are unfortunately too difficult to plan.
No, you can actually blame the weather for this one. We probably would have had it Thursday if the damn weather wasn't going to be bad.
Yeah. Fun. But yeah, back to Kellen Moore. The Saints job is the last job. It's not a very appealing job for anyone to take. If Kellen Moore takes that job, he might be fired in the next couple of years because they got nothing going for them. So if he's smart, he runs it back again. Try to find your way back to another Super Bowl. All these teams are going to see this. Guess what? I guarantee you we see a couple of teams not commit to coaching hires until he's able to at that point where he's able to talk to them and make an agreement. So if he's on another Super Bowl run, I'm sure there might be a couple of teams that are sitting back waiting until that runs over to contact them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But Saints job, not appealing. Wouldn't recommend it. I think whoever takes that job is going to end up getting, the classic scapegoat treatment in the next couple of years because the Saints have to rebuild.
And they can't because they're in cap hell.
Exactly. So whatever coach comes in there, they're not going to start the rebuild. They're going to have to initiate the rebuild, which means they're not winning games.
I'm trying to find a good spot for Baby Lombardi.
That's perfect.
All right, let's catch up here. We got a lot flying in. Kaylee said she's got me for what I need for my trophy needs. Kaylee and Georgie are talking about where they're going to be in Ohio. What's up, Clint? Clint, thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Georgie said Hurts got the monkey off his back just like Steve Young had to as well. Yup.
Yeah.
Clint said, if Hurt calls me on a parlay, I can be on his ass. Oh, my God. Dennis said, either way, we won. I love y'all. I can't make it back for the parade, but I will be there for the banner being raised. I may have to check the finances for that game.
Might have to start saving now. Penny a day, Sam. Yeah. Penny a day.
Yeah, Clint said, ain't no getting off his back. But you know what? Look, this is no disrespect to anybody. Alyssa, Matt, Kaylee, Orlando, George, Clint, we love you all. But the lady that called it all season is here.
Oh,
What's up, Carol?
What's up, Carol? We both called it. We said we were coming back this Monday for another Victory Monday, the last one of the season.
He has been calling it all season ever since Carol met us and ever since she's been on here every week with us. She's one of the most loyal people in this chat. Carol, we love you. You are our Eagles queen because you called it all season. All freaking season. You were on a roll, and guess what? We get to celebrate for the next couple hours a Super Bowl championship.
Couple of hours. Gonna be celebrating this thing until next season starts.
I'll be celebrating for a hot minute. But yeah, it's a glorious day. Now hold on, dude. They're all over the place. Matt said this team is a disaster. He's talking about the Saints. Carol says she likes my trophy. Thank you, Carol. More thanks to my roommate Kaylee who made it for us because this is a beautiful little baby Lombardi. That is his name. His name is Baby Lombardi. So for anybody who wants to know, Anthony said that they're thinking about a Washington versus Eagles game on opening day. Please give me that. I will gladly take an NFC Championship rematch.
I would like to see
for that.
Oh, yeah.
Carol, I hope it's okay for putting this comment on there, but that's funny. I don't think it's hit me yet.
Yeah, you're right. This one feels different. This one almost feels like we knew what was going to happen all season. We were just kind of waiting for it to happen. Everyone kept doubting us like always. They kept down the team, the players, the coaches. Kept getting lucky apparently, but I feel like I was confident in this is what this team could do after everything that we saw them. As soon as they came out of that bye week, it was a completely different team. Everyone was locked in.
Right, say without him, they wouldn't have the Super Bowl. I don't care. Look, I don't care. I'm happy as can be.
Mm-hmm.
And Clint said, "I'll leave it at this. Pickett got a ring before the Steelers."
Yep, he did.
Well,
and he actually Pickett got to play a snap of Super Bowl football before Dak Prescott.
Oh my God! And Orlando comes in with a better one.
Ooh, that's rough. Again, Kenny Pickett not got a ring. He got to take a snap in a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
Oh my God!
Man.
Garrett said locked and loaded. Oh my God, we are just off.
Yep.
We're having a ball right now.
And Matt's completely right. No disrespect to 2017, but this team would go down as the greatest Eagles team ever. This Super Bowl run, with how they performed all season and how they dominated in the playoffs, they will go down. This will go down as one of the greatest Eagles teams.
Yes, they are. And I mean this in no disrespect to the 2017 team.
Okay, all right. Andrew, calm down here, all right?
Andrew, come on now.
Glad to have you here, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Jameis Winston's throwing 3 interceptions, and they're losing the game. They're actually good. The Browns would actually make Christian Watson look like a number 1 cornerback.
Oh, God.
Instead of a piece of burnt toast. Bookmark it.
I think if he didn't win it this year, I don't know if he's going to win it next year now.
Isn't Lamar favorite every year to win? Isn't that just what everything is? It's just Lamar every year.
I'm actually glad Matt brings this up because I want to start here. How he says you go 2-2, you go from 2-2 to Super Bowl champions, only losing 1 game in that span. And last night, you saw exactly what we thought would happen one day.
Yep.
The Chiefs have been hanging and banging and winning those weird games. And eventually it was going to catch up to them. They have been lucking their ways to win after win this entire year. Blocked field goals. Isaiah Likely has a freaking foot that's an inch too long. All those weird things that happened. Almost like what happened with the Eagles last year before they went 11-6. They were winning by the skin of their teeth. But eventually, something was bound to catch up to them.
Yep.
And unfortunately for them, not for us, fortunately for us, it happened at the best time it ever could. And it is safe to say, I don't care about the Chiefs' 15-2 record. That was the Chiefs are 5 plays away from being 11-6.
Pretty much. And how many referee calls?
What I'm talking about.
Oh, you were combining that in?
Oh, combining everything, yeah. Andrew said Mahomes threw 5, he's present 5. George said, hey, I agree with him. Winston could have swung bombs easily. Defense wins games. I don't know, Orlando. I think defense wins championships now.
It does. Defense has always won championships.
What the Eagles just did was they old schooled the entire league this entire year. They played quality defense and they ran the football.
Sam, quality is an understatement. They played lights out defense. The Bills
George says the Bills would have put up a better fight. I don't know.
Bills' run defense isn't that good.
Oh, we would have destroyed the Bills' defense. Would have been worse.
He would have tore their defense up.
Anthony said the ref was blind that Allen didn't score that first down. Exactly, and Anthony, that's the stuff I'm talking about. And that's why Cleve Blakeman's crew got suspended for 10 games.
Yep. Nothing wrong over there. Just got suspended for 10 games.
And fined like $1 bazillion.
Yeah. And refs
Matt said,
a whole lot, so they'll be feeling that.
Matt said, I said this game wasn't going to be close, but I did not expect it to go to... No, I could have saw them winning. I had them winning by 4. I could have saw them winning by 10, like something late happens. But for that, for you to be up 40-6 at one point on this team, with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, to be up that much is uncalled for. All right, so Matt has a question for both of us. So,
all right,
and here I am.
You gotta be trolling.
What?
He's got to be trolling.
He is. Andrew said Sirianni for the Hall of Fame. Andrew, if Nick Sirianni continues to coach this team the way he's coached through the first 4 years, he's on track. The guy's got the second highest winning percentage in NFL history right now.
Super Bowl appearances, 1 win, playoff appearances in all seasons. Yeah, he's on a good track so far. You gotta keep it up, but.
Clint, I did see D-Hop's comments at the end of the game saying about some weird, they were getting some soft calls on them. I don't want to hear 2 freaking words about that today.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. And this is something that not just this year's Chiefs teams, but Chiefs teams of previous years have always had happen to them. They go through the whole season. The refs kind of like turn a blind eye to a lot of stuff they do, whether it be, defensive pass interferences, holdings, all this, that, and the other. And then when they get to the Super Bowl, that's when the refs actually start making those calls on them. And then they're like, whoa, what are we doing? You didn't call this all year, and now you're calling it? Well, now you have a different referee crew that's not trying to favor towards you and let stuff slide.
No.
So,
and outside of the first couple calls, the Goddard hit in the face and the AJ offensive PI, I thought Tolbert's crew was fine.
Yep.
They called some weird ones, but I don't think they made
They did. But I'm still upset. They missed what I thought, which we never got a replay on, was a clear illegal forward pass.
Watched it again last night. I watched it again. He was literally over the line.
Yeah. It's not even like it was close. He was a full 1 to 2 steps past the line and just doinks it over. But it's Patrick Mahomes, so it's okay.
But it didn't matter because honestly, the officials were never put in a spot to alter the game because guess what? The Eagles just came out and bull rushed the Chiefs on both sides of the football.
They did. They won in the trenches, offensive line and defensive line.
Oh my God!
They dominated them and rushed 4 guys at them. I think there was one, maybe 2 plays they blitzed. That's it. The entire game.
They were not. Those plays are not labeled as blitzes. They did not blitz 1 time last night.
They rushed 5 at one point.
That doesn't mean it's a blitz. It doesn't. A blitz is a late rusher, not when 5 are stacked up ready to go.
It was Bond coming from the.
They did. I'm telling you what the stats are telling me. They did not blitz 1 time last night.
You know what? F the stats.
Okay.
They blitzed once the whole game. All right.
Okay.
I like
they
that.
Didn't, but okay.
I like it better.
What Vic Fangio did. All right, hold on. I got some defensive numbers for you. Okay. So here's what Vic Fangio's defense did last night to Patrick Mahomes. Matt just wants to confirm that he was trolling.
Oh, yeah, Matt. I know. Because I know all the ridiculous goobers out there who will say any quarterback can play in this system in Philadelphia. We watched Kenny Pickett try to do it. Didn't look too good. We watched Kenny Pickett yesterday on a 4th and 6, and he just threw the ball in the dirt.
And look, there's your confirmation. 5 is not a concern of blitz.
Okay, well, additional pressure, all right? We won't call it a blitz, but we'll call it additional pressure.
Well, anyway.
Additional pressure. But regardless.
Here's the numbers for you. Eagles defense yesterday. 3 takeaways. 6 sacks. 25 pressures. 11 QB hits. He hasn't been hit like that since Texas Tech. When you've been allowed to, at least. And I'm sorry. I'm glad he's okay, but the strip sack where he got hit, where they decked him, best play of the night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Orlando says, when teams' defenses are ranked number 1, QBs are just 3-12 in those Super Bowls. Yep. This was the best team Patrick Mahomes has played in a Super Bowl. And he lost that.
Yep.
But, so that was just Vic Fangio's complete numbers on their defense.
Was it his best game he's played in the Super Bowl?
No, the best team he's played.
Oh, the best team. Oh, I thought, okay, I misheard you.
They're up for the 2020 Bucks, and he's lost both games.
Yeah.
Take your pick. You probably would give the Bucks a small edge because of Brady, but still. But once again, Todd Bowles did that then. They rushed forward. They beat up their offensive line because, once again, you just heard the numbers. 25 pressures. I tried to tell all of you. Because apparently for some of us, shout out to my good old buddy Bruiser, who just kept sitting there and pounding the drum on the sacrificial lamb. Well, guess what? We ain't no sacrificial lamb today. But what I was trying to do was sit you all down and tell you I don't care about Taylor Swift. I care about what's on the field. And what on the field last night was what I told you and everyone in this chat last Monday. That Chiefs offensive line stinks.
Yep. We broke it down last week on the show, Sam. We went through every single starter that they had.
Joe Thuney is a great left guard. He's a terrible left tackle. Josh Sweat had him in the freaking woodshed all night.
Everybody did. Him, Nolan.
Creed Humphrey did not play well last night. I forget who their left guard is. He's terrible. Trey Smith did not have a nice game. And, did I not bank this on the head last week? Man, does Jawan Taylor stink. Oh, my God.
I didn't even know he was out on the field, I'll be honest.
Oh, I did. When he had Brandon Graham in a bear hug.
Yeah.
Just think of that. You're so bad that you got dominated by a guy who has not played in almost 11
9 weeks. Yep.
With one arm.
Yep.
I've been trying to tell everybody this for weeks. If you put the Chiefs in a physical battle with a team that has a good defensive line, they are going to struggle. Patrick Mahomes had no time. He couldn't step up in the pocket. He couldn't move. And that's the other thing. The Eagles' edge rushers are so freaking fast, they can chase him. Nolan Smith can chase him. Jalen Carter was chasing him. Jalen Hunt last night. I thought I was watching Trent Cole in his prime.
Man, Jalen Hunt's going to be special coming up here soon.
Yeah, Josh Sweat. I said it last week, right? Josh Sweat. Love you. Haven't seen him for a few weeks now. And the guy comes out and has the best game of his life. Yep. Milton Williams had a great game last night.
Even Davis had a sack.
2 in 2 weeks.
Yep.
All right, hold on real quick. So
Davis,
Anthony said,
right? Davis is like, if Milton's going, I want more pass rushing downs, guys.
I don't know. There's another guy on that line that's going to get those opportunities too.
Yeah.
Oh, I still got some defensive stats for you. So Anthony said,
I want to hear the secondary.
I don't have too many because they really.
I didn't see Darius Slay get targeted once last night. Is that correct?
I think Quinyon Mitchell was only targeted once, twice, maybe.
I think twice, and he gave up. He decked the first one because it was a screen, and then he whiffed the tackle on the second one. So I think he only gave up like one play. The whole
that
game.
hits at the toe.
It did. So Anthony's digging into the definition book. I'm just gonna say this right now, guys. We don't need to get into what's considered a blitz.
I don't care if they blitz someone. Okay.
We'll keep it simple. We won't put a name on it. We'll just say they brought extra pressure, and we'll leave it at that.
Man, I don't know if he's the unsung hero of last night because
I'm gonna say there's a lot of guys, but I'm gonna say Milton Williams as well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Quinyon was in coverage on the D-Hop touchdown. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
That's cute. But D-Hop thought Tom Savage was back there again, throwing him the football.
Yeah. But he was it was such a bang-bang play. Most quarterbacks aren't making that pass.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Regardless of how bad he played.
Yeah, he has such a quick release. He got that ball out and zipped it. Like, it was such a tight window. It's a great throw. I'm not mad at Quinyon for giving that up. Not at all. If those are the two plays he gives up all game, cool.
And I'm sorry, I'm agreeing with Matt. You saw what happened. You put us on some real grass, some real turf, and we looked what happened. We boat raced them.
Yep. But another big part to make the difference between 2022 and 24, I get that they had more sacks overall. You know, that's the 70-plus sack team. But this secondary is so much better, and it gives the pass rush so much more time to hit home. That's also a big factor as well. Because when you look back to that 2022 Super Bowl, all you saw was just Patrick Mahomes just quick releasing. Guys didn't have time to get there. And it's not like we had slow pass rushers. Hassan Reddick having an amazing year, couldn't get there, couldn't finish.
Josh Sweat was on that team.
Yep. And John's comment, this is the real momentum shifter, was when they come out, sack them back to back, and then was this where they sacked him back to back and then he threw that interception?
I was going to say, which time are we talking about?
Which time are we talking about? Because we saw him get sacked back to back multiple times last night.
I'm assuming this has to do with that, with the one that started with the Cooper DeJean pick.
Probably, because he got sacked back to back, and then we see him loaded up trying to find somebody, and we're like, oh gosh, where's he going with this interception?
Right to Cooper DeJean's arms. That's where he was going.
Right into the end zone.
Andrew said 85 Bears defense, 2000 Ravens defense, 07 Giants defense, and the 25 Eagles defense is right up there with the great. You know what, Andrew? You're not wrong.
Yeah, like you have to give credit to this defense.
And the one thing I want to say here, what Andrew's saying, I'm not saying the 25 Eagles are those other three are the 2000 Ravens may be the best defense of my lifetime.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Let's just look at this real quick, right? The Eagles are doing this with this defense now in an era that is offensively driven.
Yeah.
The NFL is catering to hurt defenses more than help them. And Vic Fangio, who has been around, could probably see all these defenses, basically. And he is still putting together one of the most dominant units we have seen.
Yeah. With a lot of young talent on it.
85, you were basically allowed to take guys' heads off without being called for it. There was no new kickoff rules. There was no new. You were allowed to do stuff defensively in 85, in 2000, even in 2007. So what the Eagles are doing, again, I am not saying they're better than those other three defenses. I am not saying that. I'm glad Andrew's putting them in that conversation, but for what they are doing, because of the rule changes, and how the NFL is catered to now, it's so damn impressive that it's like they put a blanket on you and squeeze the life out of you.
Yeah.
Georgie said Hurts threw the bomb first and Mahomes couldn't be outdone. Yup.
Only difference is Mahomes threw a bomb against the backups, so we'll just keep that out there.
Matt, Tom Brady's last two games he's called, we have won. No, he can be here as long as he wants.
Yeah, he's good. Like Nick Foles said, Tom Brady being in the building during an Eagles Super Bowl is good luck. Bring him back forever. Give him a press box seat.
Box seat. All right. And Orlando's basically echoing what I'm going to be bringing up here in a few minutes here, is that this team is so much younger than 2017.
2 starting rookies. Who would have thought?
And then Matt said real quick, I don't know about y'all, but after the Chiefs' first 2 drives and how we shut them down, I knew it was going to be a long night. I knew something was up when they had Mahomes running for his life on the first drive.
Yeah.
I'm like,
as soon as I saw him, they got the pressure on, and Mahomes was stepping up, and he looked lost in the pocket. Like, he didn't look comfortable. He didn't know where to step up to because he knew he was getting hit immediately wherever he goes.
Yeah, and he couldn't run.
It was a long night for him. You know what the greatest thing is? All I've had to hear today was that game was so boring. You know what I said? Yeah, it's probably pretty boring when 1, you're a Chiefs fan, or 2, you're not a fan of either team. But hey, guess what? For someone who's watched every single game this season, that was sweet, sweet victory, what I saw last night.
That was the definition. This is the definition of a perfect season.
Yeah. Talk about a perfect end to the season.
Because I forget who Matt brought up about week 5 in the bye week. Since week 5, they were the best team in football.
Yeah. Yep. And let's not forget, after that week 5, that was the Browns. We came back off the bye against the Browns. That was the game everyone was calling for Sirianni to be fired.
Yep. Because he started heckling with the fans. And I was like, oh, boy, here we go. And Matt said Carter, Davis, Smith, Dean, Ringo are champs together again. Hey, don't forget Louis Sin. He's on this team, too.
Oh, yeah.
And Georgie says, see what happens when the refs are busted for an internal financial pay.
Oh, they called that game pretty good.
Carol said one of the best Super Bowls I have seen. Oh, Carol, we agree. That's the best day of our lives. But let me just bring up some more stats from the defense. We haven't talked about the offense yet.
Oh, yeah.
That's Zach Baun.
This defense is.
Zach Baun, who is going to get paid in a few weeks.
I think he's going to be a top-paid middle linebacker.
And I think it's going to be here.
It is going to be here because it needs to be.
Here is Zach Baun's postseason numbers. 1 quarterback hit, 3 passes defended, 2 tackles for loss, 33 total tackles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 3 forced turnovers. Like,
yeah,
I don't think we haven't seen a linebacker do that here in decades.
Mm-hmm. Now, Andrew, I kind of agree. I echoed this last night, Sam, when they started going down the field on that one drive, when they missed the illegal forward pass and all that. I was like, okay, this is the drive. This is the one where they get them down the field. And then that's why I also wasn't too surprised that, CJ kind of, decided not to play a whole lot. I don't care what anyone else's opinions might be. I have a very strong opinion that the league is in some way, shape, or form scripted. And it is to keep their viewership and their audience ratings up. So it's not surprising to me at all that at some point they're like, all right, we got to get the Chiefs in the end zone here. So that way we can have somewhat of a more compelling game.
We got to keep the Swifties on the TV.
I don't know about that. They only showed her once, and after that, he threw that interception to Baun. And I don't think they showed
that
her again.
play. On that play, oh my God, did Josh Sweat just take Joe Thuney and back him into a wall?
Yep.
Because that's what forced the ball to go to Baun, because he threw Mahomes off, because he backed Thuney right back into him.
So I know how everyone feels about the Chiefs and how they're pretty much the Thanos of the league, right? Everyone was praying for their downfall. No one liked them. I gotta say, I'm gonna feel bad for Chiefs fans in the next 5 years or so coming now, because this is the start of a downfall. Because I think Kelsey's done. He looked like he was retired before that game last night. We don't know how much longer Big Red's going to coach for. and he's probably one of the greatest coaches of the current era.
Yeah.
They still don't really have any good wide receivers. They don't got good running backs. They don't have a good offensive line. They don't focus on their offensive line. Their offensive line might be worse than Cincinnati's. That
Andrew,
says a lot.
she's good for Chiefs football, not for the NFL.
Yeah.
The other 31 teams don't give a damn about her, okay?
Yeah. If your team's playing against the Chiefs, it'll bring some extra eyes on the game.
First of all, she's an Eagles fan anyway, so there's the first problem with this.
Is she actually?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Matt said Taylor Swift knows she's actually happy. She's an Eagles fan. She just has to put on a front for Kelsey, basically. Oh, well, it's all right. Did you hear about the New Heights Twitter page?
No.
They put out a post congratulating the Eagles, and because of backlash from Swifties, they had to take it down.
That's terrible.
Get her fan base away from my league, dude. I see that's not good for football. Get her out. I have no ill will toward her personally. Her fan base is very weird.
Can't even
it's like a cult more than anything.
The fans do realize that one half of that podcast is, a former Eagle, right? Do they?
Yeah, and guess what?
That?
Guess what? That was for him last night.
Oh, yeah.
That was for him, and that was for 91, because they should have 2 rings as well.
Yep.
But hold on. I still got some defensive numbers for you here.
Let me hear them.
Listen, do you know who had the highest pass rushing win rates last night?
Win rate? Hold on. I want to take a guess at this. Nolan Smith.
Nope. There's 2 guys I'm talking about here.
2 guys. All right. Jalen Carter.
Nope.
No? Jalen Hunt.
Yes.
Jalen Hunt and Milton Williams.
Nope.
No? All right. Who's the second one?
They are Jalen Hunt at 23.5% and leading the way at 26.3%, Moro Ojamo.
Really?
Now, I don't have his numbers, but for Jalen Hunt last night, second on the team with 5 pressures, first on the team with 4 hurries, 1 QB hit, and a half a sack.
Wow.
That is... The guy was playing safety at Cornell.
And then he transferred to Houston, wasn't it Houston, right?
Houston Christian Baptist. I forget the damn name. But the guy's been an edge rusher. He wasn't even supposed to play this much.
No, he wasn't. But when BG went down, that's when he got some more reps, and they liked what they saw. We all liked what we saw. He's going to be a future starter on that team, man. They keep finding these young talents in like the 3rd, 4th rounds of the draft. And like, I don't know, when was Milton Williams? What round was he? 3rd round as well? Man, 3rd round.
That was the year they took Devontae first, and then Landon went in the 2nd round, and then Milton was the 3rd round pick.
Oh, we gotta give more credit again to Howie Roseman. He's done a phenomenal job. Doesn't seem like a fitting phrase to say. What he's done in the draft to hit in not just the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round. Like, he's just finding guys at every single level that can be developed into these starter caliber players. And now Milton Williams is going to go out and get a big contract too. Josh Sweat's going to go out and get a big contract. Zach Bond in his first year as a starting middle linebacker is going to get probably become the highest paid middle linebacker in football after 1 season.
Yeah. Last year, revenue sharing says her fan base. That's okay. That's good for the NFL, not for the. What do the other 31 teams benefit from her?
Oh, the overall revenue share.
Okay.
But I mean, if she ever steps away from the NFL, I'm sure her fan base will go with him.
She's stepping away the second he retires. Unless somebody tells Taylor Swift to start sleeping with another active NFL player, he is going to leave the NFL once he does. And that's coming. It's true. It's literally true. If he steps away, he steps away.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? She's not a Chiefs fan. She's a Travis Kelce's supporter. She's his girlfriend. What do you guys think she is? He's a freaking Chiefs fan? She never showed to a Chiefs game once until the Travis Kelce stuff.
Yeah. She wasn't wearing any Chiefs gear last night either.
Yeah, because she probably knows she probably knows this is it. Man, I don't associate myself with FS1. I don't hate myself enough to do that. Oh, they did. Oh, Matt, they were all, Nick Wright was ready. He was ready for his Chiefs three-peat. That freaking that dork. Oh my God, this is the laziest thing I keep hearing. I don't care. I wasn't even alive when they threw the snowballs at Santa. Exactly, we're the only freaking fan base that does stuff like that. You tell me Bills fans that are throwing snowballs at people?
They're always in the snow. Of course.
Clint said the one time I wanted them to show Taylor Swift on the TV and they didn't. I wasn't upset about it.
You know, I was hoping they were going to start showing her more after they showed her and he threw an interception.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to confirm nor deny this because Gritty is one of the... I will say this. I'm a diehard Flyers fan. I have suffered my entire life as a Flyers fan. Gritty has got to be the weirdest mascot I've ever seen.
He's kind of creepy. He's like that one that you'll see a little kid and you'll just be scarred for life.
He is. he is a very scary looking thing. I am not a big Gritty guy. Matt said Mahomes last night, 46 dropbacks, was pressured 18 times and with just a 4-man rush. Yeah. Also, can we thank the Giants for 2060 help this season? I'm glad John brings that up.
Yeah. I think the Giants owner is going to be having a little chat with the GM in the next few days here.
Damn it, Georgie.
Oh, Georgie. Damn it, Georgie. Yeah, she forgot her jersey at the hotel. Yeah, they definitely didn't have any other Chiefs apparel at that game. Yeah, no, they didn't have anything. They could have got her. Nah, nothing.
Mama Kelsey couldn't throw her jersey. And Clinton, I will for watching her boyfriend get dog walk. Oh my God!
Oh, man. Did like
and I watched.
He looked like he wanted to cry at halftime. And then even after halftime, like, you know, some guys that, you know, they're down big. They just look like kind of like angry and like locked in. He looked like he wanted to start crying. Like he didn't want to be there. He looked like he was ready to just walk out and go back to his hotel.
He is retiring.
He is retiring. It's going to happen.
I don't think his body can handle it anymore.
Yeah.
He's going to be 36. What else you got to prove?
Yeah, that's true.
And let's see how good Patty is without you now, babe. Let's see how good you really are.
You lost Tyreek. You're going to lose Travis. Ooh.
You're already a stinking dunk merchant as it is.
Oh, man.
And that was the other thing. He attempted to try to go deep down the field a few times early in that game, and there was nothing there. I don't care about the garbage time fourth quarter scores, okay? Wow. You threw a deep ball on Sidney Brown and Tristan McCullum. Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, anybody could have thrown it on Tristan. And I'll be fair to Sidney Brown. I know what I said earlier to make Dennis upset, but it was Tristan McCullum's coverage. Sidney Brown was totally coming over to just try to back up and support him because he saw how badly he blew it.
No.
That's if you saw otherwise.
No, Sidney was the first guy that Worthy ran past.
Oh.
And what I mean ran past him, I mean ran past him.
Ran past him.
But Xavier Worthy's a freak with speed. So let's not sit here and act like he's not a freaking cheetah.
Quinion kept up with him.
I ain't no denying that. Georgie said Kelsey was schooled by a rookie. DeJean roasted him like the chestnuts on the open fire. Oh my God. Matt said, so people need to stop with the whole snowball crap. It's already been years and nobody. Bro, it was like 4 decades ago. Who cares? We were talking about being a sacrificial lamb to the Chiefs. I don't care.
Yeah, I was still waiting for him to show his face in his chat. If Bruiser doesn't show up, Georgie, we're going to have some issues.
I don't know. That YouTube commenter seems awfully like that. I don't know, man. That
Burner
sounds
account?
like the burner account. Because remember they were winning the Super Bowl because of the revenue. The revenue was going to win them their 3-peat. Little does anyone know, the revenue doesn't. I don't give a shit. He will make that money even if the Chiefs lose.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me they didn't make a lot of money because they showed her like twice? So we're talking about the revenue, which I really don't give two shits about, because I went there for one thing and I walked out with it. But let's talk about the Eagles offensively. We were talking about the defense. It's been 51 minutes.
Yeah.
All I asked before this game was that Kellen Moore coach the game of his life. Do not Jonathan Gannon me. And boy, oh boy, was he in his bag of tricks last night.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll give Steve... Here's how I look at it, right? Vic Fangio outcoached Andy Reid. That is exactly what happened last night. Steve Spagnuolo, I wouldn't say Spags was outcoached. I would say Spags was outcoached, but morally out-talented. He does not have the talent on that defense to compete with the Eagles' offense.
Oh, not at all.
He has to rely on 5'6" Trent McDuffie to go against A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you want him to do? And McDuffie's a good corner. Don't get me wrong. McDuffie's a great corner. He's a really good corner. But he's too small. He can't go up against a guy who's 6'5".
Yeah. He's going to struggle against anybody who's 6'2" and above.
Correct. Well, we may have ended this dynasty. You shall not win 3 when the Eagles are in town.
Yeah,
but
if you're trying to go for a 3-peat, you see the Eagles knocking on the door, you pray for any other team possible.
Yeah, pray for the Niners.
Although they'll just lay down.
Since they've fallen victim to the Chiefs twice now.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Offensively, give Spags credit. He came into that game prepared to take Saquon Barkley out of it. And to his credit, he kind of did. I mean, Saquon only had 57 yards.
Yeah, Saquon wasn't the leading rusher on the team last night.
He did have but he still had 97 all-purpose yards. He still had 40.
He did. Oh, yeah, because that circus catch.
Yeah. So he still made plays. But that's the problem.
For people who like to just look at, end the box score at the end of the game and they don't actually, see what happened throughout the course of a game, Saquon Barkley still played a huge role in that game by being Saquon Barkley. By them having to put their whole entire game plan around stopping him, Jalen Hurts was just dinking and diming him down the field the whole game.
He was.
And then he even decided a couple of times, you know what, I'm going to keep this one for myself.
And then he threw a few downfield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the Devontae Smith touchdown was just a dagger. That was him saying, "We're not playing this safe. I'm taking my shot."
Yep. He burned him down the field. Christian Watson, known as Piece of Toast.
Speaking of burned, look who it is.
It's Burnsy.
What's up, Burnsy? Thank you very much, brother. We are a very happy group of Eagle fans over here.
Philadelphia is very happy.
And Matt said he took Saquon out of the game, but he still had a big impact on the game because the Chiefs focused on Saquon. They did. Nope. They were focused solely. And here's something else that Saquon was great last night with. Blitz pickup.
Yes.
Because Spags was going to blitz him 1,000 times.
Yep. And they got to him one time because Jurgens messed up his assignment.
Well, just completely missed his assignment. But outside of that, Jalen Hurts played a flawless game.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts now has outplayed Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls. I don't care who won the first one. I get they won it. Congratulations. Jalen Hurts outperformed Mahomes in that Super Bowl. He outperformed him last night. And now, since everyone else is so much better than Jalen Hurts, oh, your Joe Burrows and your Lamar Jacksons and your Josh Allen. Well, funny. I don't see them with any Lombardi trophies.
Nope. Haven't even seen Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson touch the Super Bowl. I'll give credit to at least so far Joe Burrow. He made it there.
With the worst offensive line in NFL
history. And they almost got the job done.
If Aaron Donald didn't exist.
Yeah, if Aaron Donald didn't exist. They almost got the job done.
Exactly. So kudos to that. But guess what? He hasn't been back to one since.
Yep.
Matt, why you got to bring that up?
Well, Sam, he
ain't wrong.
There's
he ain't wrong. He's not wrong.
Saquon could retire tomorrow, and the impact that he would have left on Philadelphia in 1 year is greater than almost any player in history. Almost. Not any player, almost.
I honestly do not care how the last 2 years of his deal goes. It was all worth it just for that.
Yep.
Because this is the goal. This is what your goal is supposed to be every year, is to be a contender for the Super Bowl. And everybody gave this team crap that, they didn't fix the defense enough. No, they did, because the biggest fix they needed was to have a guy that knew how to coach. Sean Desai, stunk. Matt Patricia, stunk.
Brian Johnson, stunk.
I'm not even talking about the offensive side. I'm talking about the defensive side of the football. They were completely. And as good as the pass rush was for 1 year, Jonathan Gannon stunk. Jonathan Gannon was saved because Howie Roseman gave him an elite defensive line for 1 year. Don't forget 2021 when we had 21 sacks the whole season. Don't forget that.
Yep.
I remember that Chargers game. When we went in 2021 with Matt and Brian, the only 2 stops of the game we got were on 4th and goal because Brandon Staley was an idiot.
Mm-hmm. So, Matt asks Jalen Hurts, or no, not Matt, Anthony asks Jalen Hurts getting a ring. Does this put him in the top 5 QBs?
Yeah.
It's solidified, not puts him in, because in our personal opinions, he was already a top 5 QB in the league. This solidifies him as that because everyone likes to, go back to those games when they would be run heavy and win the game. Right. Jalen Hurts is still a great quarterback. He just showed it last night. What happened? Saquon was averaging 2.7 yards on the ground because they specifically game planned to stop him. The Chiefs said, we're going to make Jalen Hurts beat us. He beat them. End of story. There's nothing else to say. He's a great quarterback.
It kind of reminds you of the Spurs game with the Heat.
Yeah, you're right.
Remember 2007 with the Cavs? They made LeBron shoot jumper after jumper. And they made him do it again in 2013. And in Game 7, bang! They were falling that night.
Mm-hmm.
Burnsy's laughing at Cowboys fans.
Oh, man. Dallas Goedert probably had the best post-game interview last night.
That had to have been the funniest thing I've ever seen.
If anybody didn't see it, he said, I got great news. Dallas has a Super Bowl ring. And so do the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas fans are. No, he's right, because I have some family members who are Dallas fans, and they're just so upset. They hate the Eagles that much.
That's fine. We like that.
Mm-hmm. And they're so sick.
Oh, Matt, no, without a doubt, he's top 3. And again, here's where we are. for the upteenth time, okay? I'm going to say this one last time. I don't care that Joe Burrow throws for 42 touchdown passes. I don't care that Josh Allen won the MVP. I don't care Lamar's won 2 MVPs. Jalen Hurts wins. Since he's entered the league, he has been to the playoffs all 4 years as a starter. He's won 2 conference championships. He's won a Super Bowl now. The guy wins at the highest level.
He does. And he comes up when he needs to.
So, he only throws for 175 yards. Wow. I didn't know I cared. The guy is literally having one of the best 4-year runs of a career that some of these guys would kill to have.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sorry, did I just watch the same Bills team 2 weeks ago completely flatline to themselves here against the Chiefs team?
Yeah. And, that also, I saw a comment earlier in here that said that the Bills would have been a better matchup. I don't remember who said it, but my take on that is you have to actually win the game for me to consider it to be a better matchup. Because if, let's say, the Bills were able to beat the Chiefs, who's to say that they don't have the same thing happen to them? If they couldn't beat the team that we beat, then I don't see any argument of how it would be a better game.
Yeah. Anthony said Dallas fans are losers. You lost Kellen Moore and you lost Dan Quinn. They did more than they did in Dallas. What does that mean? Oh, God, that's a...
Oh, man.
Birdie's having fun with the Cowboys in this chat right now.
Birdsy go off on them. Matt, thank you. Sam, would you like to add anything?
Disagree with Tyler about another player ever again because what else do I have to say? What else is there for me to say? You were right.
You don't have to say anything else. But the one thing that I want to say is my reasoning behind my defense of Jalen Hurts this whole time was, I'm going to ask you a question. When was the last time that you saw a quarterback actually be able to be a leader on the field?
Are we talking Eagles or in general?
Eagles quarterbacks. The fact it's taken this long.
Probably, I'm being dead honest, probably Nick.
Yeah.
But Nick wasn't here long enough, really.
Exactly, and he wasn't here long enough. So you go back and you look at all these quarterbacks, they were just guys. Like, I know McNabb, he was our guy for a long time. He was never a locker room leader.
I would never view McNabb as a leader, trust me.
Yeah. So that was my thing behind it.
Leaders don't go out and get drunk the night before the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So that was always my thing. I knew he had the intangible skills to be an NFL quarterback. He had that leadership, which is very rare to see. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks with that leadership on the field.
No. And it's not even just that. It's the fact that he has been thinking about what happened 2 years ago since that confetti dropped on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he was going to do whatever it would take him to get back there, and he did it.
He would not celebrate until that final whistle was blown.
And even then, he still looked satisfied.
No, he smiled. He smiled.
Yeah, but he still looks satisfied. This guy won't be satisfied.
Sam, you got to understand, that's his celebration, Sam. If you see him smile.
The guy's cold, man. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. The guy's cold. He has just got that ice cold vein of his, man. And, I really thought that in 2017 we had found our guy to lead us for the next 10 plus years. Well, now we have. Because I'll tell you right now, 11 was not a leader off the field.
Nope.
He was mentally weak. Malcolm Jenkins was the leader of those teams.
He was.
And to start out with this, with Jalen, not that he wasn't, but, Lane, BZ's the leader of this team, Darius Slay. But Jalen, hell, even Landon Dickerson's even developed himself into a leader. But Jalen is now the guy that's going to rally the troops. And I know I don't want to talk about next year. I don't even want to think about it because we got way too much to talk about still tonight.
Oh, yeah.
No matter who you put me against on the road, at home, in the Super Bowl, I don't care. I know who's going to be under center leading my team for the next at least 8 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm sorry. I confidently think I can say there's more of these in the future.
I think so, too.
Because once again, that 2017 team was the team that broke it. They were the Cinderella team that broke the curse. But they were older. That team was old.
They were older, and we have to go back to, like you said, a Cinderella story. We had Nick Foles coming off the bench, playing the best football of his life to lead us to that Super Bowl win.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Yeah. They will always be remembered. They will be loved in this city forever. No one will ever take away what that team did. But, I'm sorry, do you think Vic Fangio's defense is worse than Jim Schwartz? Are you kidding me?
Not at all.
Jim Schwartz's defense can't hold this defense's job. Just to catch up on some comments, Carol, no, they're going to still hate him, and I'm okay with that.
They will. And as Philadelphia fans, we've come to know people are going to hate us and our team.
Now look, I went to the Eagles Pro Shop last Wednesday. I bought a Saquon Barkley jersey. Of course, we knew I was going to do it. I can confidently say I think he may be my next jersey.
Oh yeah, I already got one.
I may have to get the patch. May have to get the Super Bowl patch on it.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, one Super Bowl MVP.
George, thank you. Thank you for the present of the background that you made us. We love it, and it's going to stay on here probably going to stay for a few freaking weeks. Actually, I actually really like this one. Anthony said, "Does this getting a ring will make a Brown will make him shut up and play football from now?" What? He's coming at AJ Brown.
And see, this is Anthony and the media. They're always gonna pick at Brown, man.
The guy literally does nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What did AJ Brown do to you guys? Matt said, all my years watching, honestly, I haven't seen a QB be a leader. No, because they never. Now, don't get me wrong. Nick was a leader, but Nick didn't have the longevity. He was only here. You're going to blame Chip Kelly for that. Trade for Sam freaking Bradford. Who in their right mind wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to trade a guy who threw 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in 1 year and trade him for Sam freaking Bradford? Who in their right mind thinks that way?
I don't know. Who in their right mind just decides they want to trade a franchise player like Deshaun Jackson away?
Who trades LaSalle McCoy away for Kiko Alonso?
Oh, my God. Kiko was great when he got that interception in the preseason. Then he got hurt.
Oh, God, please stop. Wait, why are we doing this for ourselves right now?
Yeah, I don't know. We're supposed to be celebrating.
No. This is Kumbaya Day. This is a celebration. I want to do this. Matt said at least we know. Matt said at least we know we get the first game next season. It's a home game. Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, baby. Can't wait. Burnsy, man. Just destroying Cowboys fans.
I'm back on here with Andrew saying about 8 years, saying how he's going to be on the cover of Madden this year, and it's going to be McNabb 2.0. Well, it can't be McNabb 2.0 because he's already had a better Eagles career than Donovan did.
Yeah. And I also want to point something else out, too. He has to agree to be on the cover as well.
And they're not going to ask him to be.
You know, dude, we all know who the cover is going to be. It's going to be Josh Allen. Are you kidding me?
He was just on the cover. Was he just on the cover?
They'll put him on there again. Because I thought, don't they usually, they almost always give it to the MVP. It's very rare that they don't give it to Saquon.
Get away from my running back.
If they call Saquon or Jalen, they better decline respectfully. I appreciate the offer of you wanting to put me on your cover. I don't want it. I want to win football games.
We're denying that accent.
Please, no.
What's up, Zolt? Zolt said, thank God that's over with. Only 17 days to the combine. Let's get to next season already. Hey, man. Matt said he bought a Kelly Green Hurts jersey with a patch on it. Oh, I knew you would. Man. No, Anthony, they ain't allowed to. We are not allowing this. But, like, there's just so, and like, how we got to this point. Like, this time last year, we didn't even know if we were going to still have Nick Sirianni as our coach.
Yeah.
And I will say, I was skeptical of Nick coming into this year. I was critical of Nick through about 5 to 6 weeks of the season. I was. They were 2-2, and I was seeing the same crap from last year's collapse. I was seeing turnovers, bad play calling. What Nick finally did. God damn it, Zolt.
Gosh, Zolt. I remember what he said last week. He said the Eagles are going to set a new trend. They're going to win the Super Bowl and fire their head coach.
No, he's probably on the verge of being one of the highest paid coaches. Because remember, Nick's contract is up after next year.
Mm-hmm.
I will gladly say that I'm happy that this is the way things turned out. Because Nick clearly, early on, I know people, we made fun, his press conference. Did you watch Liam Cohen's press conference with Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Duval? I don't know about how I feel about that guy. But the first year he's here, he gets this team to a 9-8 season, and he gets to the playoffs when they had no business being in there. The next year, he gets them to the Super Bowl and gets heartbroken. Last year, we know what happened. 10-1. Everything went doo-doo.
Yep.
Your offensive coordinator sucked. Your defensive coordinator sucked.
Everything caught up to you at once.
Yeah, everything caught up to you at the end. I am 99% sure I know that's it.
Probably Bruiser.
It's 100% him.
Bruiser's got burners.
But Anthony said it's crazy. Every head coach on the hot seat went in the championship. Ohio State, yeah, Ryan Day. Eagles, it's crazy.
Yep.
Zolt said, although I could see a petition to have the Rocky statue replaced by...
Oh, my gosh.
Are you sure it's not Cooper DeJean going on that thing?
No, not yet. They're going to make a new statue for Cooper DeJean. It'll be a little bit smaller than the Rocky statue.
But that's what I was saying was, we know what happened last year. And Nick was a big part of it. He had a really bad attitude last year. Big Dom being suspended didn't help. Apparently that's a really big thing to have him on the sidelines with them.
Yeah.
All I asked for Nick when they hired Kellen Moore was to stay out of the way. Sometimes okay, but also when I've never heard anyone call you anything else, I will never call you. Now on, it will no longer be. I will never call you that again.
Mm-hmm. We only know one name.
You are Bruiser until I am no longer on this earth. But like I said, all I asked when they hired Kellen Moore was for Nick to just stay out of the way. You can run your offense, you can help, but don't get in the way of the everyday game planning. Don't make, and it's still, even in the Browns game, there were stupid play calls when we were like, yep, behind the line of scrimmage, yep, that's a Nick play call.
Yep.
Something clicked around week 6 or 7. He got out of the way. He just focused on building the culture. And what he has built here is a culture that wins. They have been to the playoffs every year he has been here. Yes, we know what happened last year. Guess what? Nick, last night just bought himself at least 5 more years in this city.
You're wrong, Sam. Everything you said.
How am I wrong?
He built a family.
Now,
that winning culture that comes along with it, because all these guys play for each other. There's nobody that plays for themselves on this team. Each and every player is playing for the other guy right next to him. And that's the big difference. That's what Nick Sirianni brings to the table as a head coach.
Yeah. And Matt, if it just hits you, just let it out in the comments, brother. Just let it out.
Just hit Matt.
But
I think once I see some Super Bowl parade coverage, I think that's when it's going to hit.
I think it's
I need to see. Oh, let me get out the way here. I need to see this man. I need to see.
Who's it going to be this?
This attire from 2017, he was ready to like go parade in New Orleans. Like, tell me this is not a New Orleans outfit.
It is. Who do you think is going to make that speech this year? I think it's Mailata.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say Mailata. Because
I really think it's going to be him.
BG.
It could be BJ. Hell, I could see Landon Dickerson.
But, like, it's going to be someone who's been on the team a little longer, I feel like. I have a feeling it might be BG. But I don't know. BG can sometimes be a little unfiltered. But then again, we sent Jason Kelce up there, so I think we're good.
I was saying, you sent a drunk Jason Kelce up there, and that's what you're concerned about?
Yeah, you're right. Not concerned at all. Send up BG.
But back to what I was saying. When it comes to Sirianni, I need a bridge to step. Actually, see this.
Oh no,
Matt! All you need to do is not walk across the bridge.
True. We are the champions.
And I understand people are going to make fun of us saying a winning culture. Oh, it's only one Super Bowl. Yeah, but here's the thing. When Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl, the team was never the same after that.
Yeah.
They were never the same. They went 9-7, lost in the divisional round. 9-7, lost in the wild card round. Then they went 4-12 and didn't even make the playoffs. And then Doug got fired.
Yeah.
They were never the same team after that. And then Nick last year, and here's where it gets really interesting. A lot of this credit has to go to Jeffrey Lurie, who not only established the Eagles as one of the mainstay brands of the NFL, he did not think with his hot-headedness after that Bucs playoff game.
Yeah.
He could have fired Nick right then and there.
He could have. He could have been like, this is one of the worst downfalls of a team ever seen before. And it was.
It absolutely was.
And it was. But you're right. A lot of credit to him. And then even after the 2-4 start, and then everyone calling for him to be fired after the bye week and after that Browns game, still nothing.
They stuck to their guns, and
yep.
and Nick. And here's the other thing: Nick had to take a look in the mirror too, because after the season, he had to do something. He had to take the deal that Doug Peterson refused to. Doug Peterson, again, I'm going to say this, so I'm blue in the face. The obsession with Press Taylor is what got Doug Peterson fired.
Yep.
He wanted Press Taylor to be his offensive coordinator, and Jeffrey Lurie said, "Dude, we're not doing that." Now, what will be interesting is what happens now with the Eagles at offensive coordinator. What happens with free agency? Because, Tyler, the season's over. There's always going to be NFL content.
Oh, yeah. We'll be seeing a lot of stuff in the coming days, even, in regards to Kellen Moore's decision.
Yeah. What are we thinking here? Because what's going to suck is we're not only going to lose Kellen Moore, we're going to lose Doug Nussmeier, too.
Yeah.
Because he goes where Kellen goes, he goes. He was in Dallas with Kellen. He left to L.A. with Kellen, and he left to here. So, plus also, people were trying to say, well, can't they keep him? Kellen is already probably going to name him his offensive coordinator. So, he's getting a promotion.
Exactly. He's getting promoted.
I'm assuming the only in-house name I've heard of replacing Kellen Moore has been Kevin Patullo. That's all I've heard so far. I personally I'm sorry. Get Bobby Slowick on the damn phone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He was scapegoated in Houston. You're telling me it's his fault that the offense struggled because the offensive line sucked and that Diggs went down, Dell went down, Collins went down for periods of time, Mixon went down. You're telling me that's Bobby Slowick's problem?
Yeah. That is far from his issue.
If they're thinking of going outside the organization, Bobby Slowick's the first guy I'm calling. Hell, and you know what? Okay, here's one. Hey, Nick, you're clearly comfortable. What's Frank up to these days, huh?
What's he? Yeah, he's not.
What's Frank
Reich not getting no head coaching jobs anymore these days.
Yeah.
Why not bring back in a system that worked?
Would Doug consider it? I'm just asking.
An OC job? I don't know. Honestly,
he ain't getting a head coach. Well, he can't
be a head coach. I know that, but I honestly I thought Reich was more of the mastermind than Doug.
Well, clearly he was. After what happened after he left.
So I don't even want to hear that name anymore.
What's his asking?
I know, but I don't want that. Reich, I can get on board with that because you want a guy who has proven experience succeeding as an offensive coordinator, like we had with Kellen Moore. And I really hope we just run it back with Kellen Moore. I hope Kellen Moore's like, you know what? Let me make a name for myself. Let me not go into this crappy situation in New Orleans. Even though he just won a Super Bowl in New Orleans, he's not doing that for another 10 years.
You're not winning the Saints anything in the next.
So if he's smart, come back one more year, really make a name for yourself. You're going to have teams waiting until middle of February to ring your phone.
Yeah. And if you get back at least to the NFC title game again next year, and another job's going to open up next year.
Oh, easily.
Go out next year and do this again. You're a great coordinator. You just won a Super Bowl. Why do you want to go to a team with no money, no young talent that's even worth half a damn in this league, and no quarterback? And this is not the quarterback draft you want to be in. I got people trying to talk myself into Jackson Dart being a first-round pick. That's what we're trying to talk ourselves into. Hopefully, and look, even Nick said it. Cal, let's run it back.
He did. He said it. I love that he said it too. Because, Nick's tired of having to go through a new offensive coordinator as well every year.
Yeah, right?
For Jalen, he suffers the most from having to learn a new system every year. But just think of Nick Sirianni, too. He's got to learn what his offensive coordinator is thinking and doing as well.
But guess what? That's also what makes what Nick's been doing here that much more impressive.
Yeah. And it makes Jalen Hurts look a lot more impressive as well because some guys can't even understand a playbook after being coached by the same coach for years. And he's just given a new playbook every
with Brian Johnson last year.
God. They got 10 wins. Oh, my gosh. They went 10-1 with Brian Johnson. I still don't know how he somehow suffered along and made that defense look better than what it was for that long before everything fell apart. I have no idea. We beat the likes of the Bills and the Chiefs as well in the process.
Yeah, somehow we scored 30 points against the Bills. I don't know how Brian Johnson made that happen.
Game of his career.
But no, they need if they're going to go outside the organization, Bobby Slowick's the guy I really want to give a call to. Maybe he can call over into Houston and get Jared Johnson, the QB coach and pass game coordinator, to come over here. Maybe. But because they're going to need a QB coach. We're going to need a QB coach. And the problem is if you promote Patullo, they still need 2 more positions filled.
Yep. They'll figure it out. They're not going to risk. It's Howie Roseman. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to go back to the old Birds of the Gridiron podcast days where we were talking about who did what. I love Nick. I think he's awesome. He was not the sole decision maker in hiring Kellen Moore.
Nope.
Jeffrey and Howie will want an established name.
Yes.
You want to call up Bobby Slowick? Do it. You want to bring in Frank Reich? Cool. Let's do it.
Do it.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Oh, I think Frank Reich would love to get his hands on this offense.
He's like, oh my God. And plus, he's close with Nick. He got Nick hired here.
He did. But we'll see what comes in the future with that. And
hold on. I'm just realizing something. This will be the third damn time that we have lost our offensive coordinator after taking them from the Chargers. Stay away from the Chargers. Don't go near them.
Well, hey, hold on. It got
my God, they're an offensive coordinator factory.
They are. They're just not a head coach factory.
Hey, don't you disrespect Jim Harbaugh, okay? Watch.
Okay, now that was actually the best thing that they've ever done. Was actually go get a respectable coach.
Common sense at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, no disrespect to Harbaugh at all. Never.
But at the end of the day, it's a good day. The Eagles have captured their second Lombardi in 7 seasons. Jalen Hurts, for at least a few months, has shut up the entire world. Because if you would have won a close game against the Chiefs, I would have been more than ecstatic. But damn it, you went out there and you beat the crap out of them.
You gave them the whooping.
Damn it, Zolt. He would if he didn't already go to freaking
Please stop.
He already has a job, Tyler.
I know he has a job, but Chip Kelly is never allowed in this town on the coaching staff.
He's not allowed.
I'm not going to go that far because he's probably going to play against some opponents that at some point.
Well, I know this probably won't happen because hopefully not. Somebody did bring up Andrew Kolonicki from Penn State.
Who's that?
Their offensive coordinator.
That's
the only college name I would actually be interested in.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go there. I think.
No, Zolt. No.
No, we're good.
We don't need to do that.
I had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. Will forever hit different. Oh, it will.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, Tyler, we have been talking Eagles for an hour and a half. I have nothing else to say except
go Birds, Super Bowl 59 champions. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the damn road to victory.
And the kingdom is under fire.
Oh, yeah. It's burning.
Baby Lombardi. This will be a prop on this show for the rest of our lives.
You got to get that customized, man.
You want me to do? How am I going to customize this freaking thing?
Green paint. Gotta be just paint on Eagles Super Bowl 59 champion. Get one for 2017 also.
All right. Let's move on for some more of the show. I do want to talk about something else football related. And
Matt leaves us with a caca.
Well, we're not leaving yet. We still got some stuff to talk about. I do want to talk about one thing. For the rest of the time that I'm watching football, until the day I'm no longer breathing, I do not want to hear Patrick Mahomes' name with Tom Brady in the same sentence ever again.
Never.
Because here's the thing. People like to make fun of Brady. Oh, he lost to Eli, lost to Foles. Okay. All right, Mahomes beat Jalen Hurts once. That now gets counteracted because Jalen's beaten him. Not only that, he has been outplayed by Jalen twice. So his other 2 Super Bowl victories are to Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy.
Yep.
That's what I'm supposed to be impressed by? That's your GOAT?
Yep.
We got to bring Montana back into this discussion again. I'm not even sure Mahomes is past him.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
Like, cool. He won some Super Bowls quick while he was young. Great.
Though I don't know why we're tearing traffic lights down in the city, okay? I can't speak for the idiots.
So they're doing renovations. That's all I can say.
They're making space for the parade.
Yeah, they're making renovations.
They're saving the city money.
I'm sure everything's going to go back just the way it was. All air quotations.
Oh, listen, I don't care who's quarterback anyone is. The fact that you have 3 wins in the Super Bowl. Okay, you beat the Eagles the first time. You got help doing it. But you beat them. But now they beat you. So that kind of balances that out. So your other 2 wins are against 2 of probably the biggest definition of game managers you'll ever think of.
Yeah.
Don't ever put this guy in the same topic as Tom Brady.
No, he hasn't earned it yet. He's still got time in his career, but he has not earned it yet.
I don't think he can. Tom Brady in his Super Bowls have beaten the Rams, which back then was one of the best shows on turf, or just right when that was coming to an end, but still beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that was Kurt Warner, right?
Yeah, Kurt Warner.
That's a pretty damn good quarterback you beat. All right, so you beat the Panthers, Jake Delhomme. Okay, whatever. That could be his Brock Purdy. Donovan, still respected in the league. So that's your first 3 Super Bowls. All right, you lost 2 to Eli. He's Eli. Eli's a lot better than Brock Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So, all right, now let's go to the other 4 that he won. Russell Wilson and and by the way, Russell Wilson with the Legion of Boom, which he lit up for 330 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan during his MVP season, and he was Matt Ryan that year.
Oh, yeah, Matty Ice.
And then the second coming of the greatest show on turf, Sean McVay's Rams and Jared Goff. Which, all right, maybe not the most impressive game, but he still beat them.
Yeah, wasn't an impressive game, but they were playing great football up until then.
Oh, wait. Then he won 1 more, didn't he? Who did he beat? He beat this guy in Canada. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. He beat Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady's got way more impressive freaking Super Bowl wins than Patrick Mahomes does. And Montana, I'm sorry, I've still made this case even with Brady. Montana's 4-0.
Yeah.
I got people that tell me LeBron James can never be the greatest of all time because someone is 6-0 in the finals. But we'll ignore that Montana's 4-0 in the Super Bowl with 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
Not to mention, by the way, Tom Brady has played in 10 Super Bowls and has only thrown 5 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has played in 5 and has thrown 7. And I'm sorry, Tom Brady lost all his Super Bowls by, I think it was a combination of like 15 points. The 3 he lost, the Philly and the Giants.
Oh, Matt put it in the chat.
Oh.
His 3 losses were combined 18 points. Mahomes' 2 losses were combined 40
Thank
points.
you, man. Yeah, so I'm sorry. And in those 2 games, I don't remember where Tom Brady lost the Patriots a Super Bowl. Strictly on him. Yeah, the Niners really did. They got 2. But Clint, that's the point. You had Jimmy Garoppolo. You had no choice but to be conservative.
Yep.
Well, all right. So what I was trying to imply there was Jake Delhomme is probably the weakest quarterback that he beat in his Super Bowl tenure. That's what I'm trying to say. If I insulted Jake Delhomme, I'm sorry. I also hate Jake Delhomme because we somehow lost to him that year in the NFC title game, okay? So sorry I don't like Jake Delhomme. He cost me a chance to go to the Super Bowl. You beat Brett Favre, but you can't beat Jake Delhomme at home. What's going on here?
Yep.
But yeah, but that's what I was implying. Jake Delhomme was probably the weakest quarterback that Tom Brady beat, unless you want to think of Jared Goff.
Goff chokes a lot in those big games. He's known for it. And this is going back now multiple times, going back to his Rams days and now his Lions days.
Yeah.
Those big lights get to him.
But yeah, I honestly don't think there's much of a GOAT debate in the NFL. I think it's either Brady, Montana to me.
Sam Zolt said, say it loud and proud. One more time for the folks.
No, walk it back. Don't walk it back. Purdy equals poor man, Jake Delhomme. Yeah, man, that's another good point.
He never had a one turnover?
No, he's never thrown a football over in a Super Bowl. Wow. So look, if you want to say Brady because he has 7, that's a statement. That's a fair statement to make. But you're going to tell me this guy who's 3-2 coming off of that performance is GOAT? He's not even the baby GOAT. He's like the GOAT that's unborn, if you want to say something.
What did I just hear?
He's the baby GOAT that hasn't crawled up his dad's leg yet.
Oh my God.
Well,
what the hell am I listening to? Am I on the right show here? Hold on, let me check. 609 Sports Talk. Okay. We're not on National Geographic, all right.
Oh, don't start the Geographic crap. But yeah, so for anybody who thinks this guy's like even in the conversation at 3-2 in the Super Bowl, nah, we're not there yet with him. Nope, man, I'm not done talking. You got to win about 5 more of these to get even past Montana.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Baby goat with Kermit the Frog voice.
All right, so Bruiser said the weakest quarterback that Brady beat. Come on, Brady also plays Nick Plummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, it's give or take. Wherever you want to go here.
But all what you're trying to say in your lovely argument was that Patrick Mahomes is nowhere near the level of Tom Brady.
No.
And what really hurts him is that he's 0-2 head-to-head against him.
Yep.
Lost to him in the AFC Championship game, lost to him in a Super Bowl. He couldn't outperform him.
Yeah. It took Brady leaving the AFC for him to dominate. And then when he got to the NFC, beat him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now,
see, at least with a Jordan LeBron thing, you can never say anything because they never played each other head to head.
Yeah.
These two did. And one guy bushwhacked the other guy twice.
Yep. So Matt brings up Brady and Bill Russell are the GOATs. If you want to call them the greatest champions since they have respectively the most championships in their leagues, I guess you could say that. I wouldn't call them the GOATs.
All right, Bruiser, I have a question. The only thing I have, I don't disagree.
Which Manning?
Yeah, which Manning? Payne or Eli?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with his list at all, though.
Yeah.
Ben performed, too. The Steelers' defense has let him down in 2010.
Yeah.
But that's because Aaron Rodgers and that Packers team was on the Cinderella run.
Yep.
But yeah, Brady, no doubt. Because Colin Cowherd was making this point the other day. It's actually just today. The only reason the Giants did what the Eagles did to the Chiefs. What the Giants did to the Patriots was they took the Patriots' offensive lines, which were great, and physically beat the crap out of them. And Bruiser just wants to verify that Eli. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, yeah. I mean, hey.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of figured it was Eli because I love Peyton, but didn't you lose like 52-8 to the Seahawks?
Yeah.
You can't do that. And then, not to mention the Saints in 09 that threw the pick six to Tracy Porter. Yeah, we're not. I love Peyton. Don't get me wrong. Love him. But Eli's 2-0 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Matt Brady is the guy literally 7 rings. Yeah. Montana is right there. And Bruiser even said he had Montana behind Brady, then Roethlisberger, then Manning.
It goes deeper than just the 7 rings. It's the fact that he went to another team and won it as well with another team to prove that it wasn't just, a system thing.
Now we got to piss. Now George is pissed off. Montana undefeated and many rings. Brady Kentucky he played in the can't touch this era. Oh my God, George.
I mean, that's always going to be another argument too. Is the different
hold on.
Era. Like same thing with Jordan and the era that he played in.
I'll make a lot better of a point. Brady's era up until about 2000 and I'd say 10, way more physical than anything Mahomes has played in so far.
Oh yeah, easily. So Sam, this turned into a debate about Brady and Mahomes to Joe Montana and Brady.
I'm okay with it. It's the GOAT debate. We can have this debate for the next hour for all I care. But, no, it's just that's how it is. And like I said, Bruiser's comment with the quarterbacks, it makes sense. Roethlisberger performs in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Because, wait, how many? Roethlisberger has 2 rings or 1?
Huh.
It's 2.
Pretty sure it's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Seahawks.
06 and 09.
Okay, yeah, because 06 was Bill Cowher was still the coach, if I'm not mistaken.
And then 09 was Santonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes. I'm not. What are you talking about? I'm talking about coaches.
You're talking about coach? Oh, I thought you were talking about just like.
No, I said no because Bill Cowher was the coach. That was towards his end of his tenure. Then Tomlin took over.
Oh, yeah. I don't care about the coaches. They've only had 4 coaches in the past 50 years.
Yeah, and Bill Cowher was one of the better ones. You freaking Nimrod. I don't care about coaches. Knock it off.
Well, was he one of the better ones if they both have a ring? Him and Tomlin both have 1. So
yeah, Cowher no, don't disrespect him like that. Yeah, and again, he could have had 3 if the Steelers defense knew how to get a stop against the Packers.
Yep.
Bradshaw and Brady, Montana, Bradshaw, Young. Oh.
Really? You're Bradshaw.
Let's think of this real quick. Now, I know we don't like to count this, right? Because the 1960 is in the Super Bowl, right? The last 3 championships the Eagles have won, they beat Bart Starr and Vince Lombardi, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
They beat some juggernauts.
That is some uncalled for stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. They beat some juggernauts.
But, yeah, I really don't think there's a lot of debating who the greatest of all time is anymore. I don't even know why Mahomes is even considered in the top 3 to begin with right now.
I don't know either.
Now, Matt is bringing up that Bradshaw did win 4.
Okay.
And Young, how many did Young win? 3 or 2?
I'm
thinking it's 2. I could be wrong. I wasn't born for a lot of it. But
which one did you want me to look up? Young?
Steve Young.
Young. 3.
Oh, he did have 3. Oh, so I was right.
89, 90, and 95. So they also won 2 back-to-back but couldn't get a 3-peat.
Matt said he only had 2. He had 3, I'm pretty sure.
No, yeah, he's got 3. I don't think Google's letting me down here. I don't know if they.
No, yeah, you're right. He has 3. I looked up too. You're spot on. He has 3. But damn. Bruce, I've been trying to type out congratulations also, but every time I do, I start to dry heave. So I'll just say good job. Thank you, Bruiser.
Bruiser, what you should have just said was congratulations on dethroning Taylor Swift and the NFL and the referees. And the referees, because I know you were clamoring all week long that the Eagles were the sacrificial lamb for the three-peat, for the poster boys of the NFL, for the Taylor Swift fans, for everybody.
Hold on. Can I cut you off and look at Zolt's comment? Zolt said Bradshaw won 4, but there were only like 6 teams back then, and you watched the Telegraph again.
Oh my gosh. Had to watch the Telegraph or listen to the radio. Was it still AM radio back then? It wasn't even FM radio?
Well, so cops are pulling you over with a Rolodex still, so I don't know.
Yeah, freaking Rolodex.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. All right, well, let's throw everybody a monkey wrench real quick and shut off half our... Do we even want to talk about the NBA trade deadline?
I don't know. My team's still in shambles.
Yeah, so is mine. But I just want to bring up like how much star power got moved.
Yeah.
And
the white and yellow pages. Oh yeah.
What are those?
What are those?
Clamoring, no, I just want to watch the world burn if 3P happens. There's Bruiser's comment. He wants to watch the world burn to the ground if the Chiefs won. But yeah, honestly, can you remember an NBA trade deadline where that much star power got moved?
Nope. That was
Clint, the Cavs did upgrade. They got DeAndre Hunter from the Hawks. They did upgrade. The Warriors, I guess, got better. Did they get better? Does Jimmy make them better?
Personally, I don't know how much better it really would make them. I really don't know.
Well, first of all, I think we can finally just come out to say that Jimmy Butler is just getting to the point now where, all right, how long is it going to take for the Warriors to piss them off? So basically, all that in Jimmy Butler's regard, that Heat culture and all that gritty stuff that happens is bull. Because the Heat just proved that Jimmy Butler's not good enough to be the best player on a championship team because they had 2 shots and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But yet somehow, no one ever wants to go down there. The one thing I will say, that's the one thing I like about Pat Riley. He does not give a crap who you are. He will get rid of you if he doesn't like you.
Yep.
Not to mention, Jimmy Butler did it to himself.
He did.
Again.
Yeah. I thought this time he was going to be a changed man. He would play out his contract. But nope. Couldn't even do that.
Those are the white pages. I remember those from Back to the Future when Marty tore the page out. Wow, ancient times. Matt said the Cavs still won't have a bench, which hopefully it doesn't hurt them in the playoffs. That is true. They did have, I think, LeVert and Niang were both involved in that deal. And Anthony said another Super Bowl take. These commercials, Anthony, everything about the Super Bowl sucked. The commercials sucked. The halftime show sucked. The only good thing about it is that the Eagles won the damn thing.
Yep.
Oh my God! Am I the only?
Clint might have the comment of the night. Comment of the night from Clint.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Oh man, who am I taking on that one? You know what? Jimmy don't have UD to help him anymore. Give me Draymond.
Jimmy's a fake tough guy. Knock it off.
Yeah, he is. He is.
So, well, wait, I want to hear your opinion because unlike my team, your team knows when their window is closed. What do you think about the package you got back?
I think it was solid. I think. Do you have it still? The full details. I think we got an unprotected first round or protected first round pick. So if it's top 10, we can't get it. But with the way that the Warriors are, they'll probably not even have a top 10 pick anyways.
All right, now look, some
Andrew
pieces
Wiggins,
removed. You got back Andrew Wiggins, a first-round pick, PJ Tucker, who already got rerouted, and Kyle Anderson. I thought he got rerouted. Then they said he didn't, and he stayed with the Heat. I don't know what happened to him.
The one trade with him fell through because they were going to send him to, I believe, was it Toronto?
Toronto.
Yeah, and that fell through.
He's still on.
We got him, but he's not. He's a solid depth piece, bench player.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun seeing how this game goes playing Boston tonight. Good luck. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really envision the Heat doing much of anything this year.
That Anthony Davis move looking real good. Nico Harrison going to the win. Well, yeah, Anthony Davis, 30 minutes, 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists in his first game, then gets hurt and he's out for weeks.
Yep.
Clint said we still got Dean Wade, Ty Jerome, Sam Merrill, Max Strus, Isaac Okoro, and plenty of depth. Health has been our biggest issue. That is true. And then Matt said, who asked out from a team more when their career ends, Harden or Butler? Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Wow.
Well,
James Harden.
Who thought it was funny that Ben Simmons and James Harden were traded for one another, and now they're teammates on the Clippers?
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
All right. So there's only a few other trades I really want to talk about. I like the Butler thing for the Warriors. They've been looking for star help, even though imagine this. You let Klay Thompson leave. Oh, but we want to trade for another star. Why didn't you just keep the one you had?
Yeah, the one that you won championships with. Just spitballing here.
All right, so another trade that happened. Brandon Ingram to the Raptors. Who saw that coming?
Not me.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that Raptors starting five now. You got Quickly and R.J. Barrett. You got Scotty Barnes with Jakob Poeltl and Ingram. That could be a solid five if healthy. Now, Brandon Ingram's a big what if when he's healthy, but
he is the what if.
Man, I hate the Sixers, what they did because of the Sixers. I'm glad they moved off of some guys. I wish they would have unloaded Eric Gordon. I wish they would have unloaded Kyle Lowry. I want to go back to the youth.
Yep.
What I saw from Ricky Council and Justin Edwards and all these young guys that are playing, I like it. I would have traded the whole team if I could have. I would have traded Embiid. I would have traded George. I would have traded everybody. But no, they still think they can compete. But what's your thought with the Ingram trade? I like it for the Raptors. I don't know what the Pelicans are doing.
Pelicans are just going back to rebuild again.
Yeah, until they trade Fat Boy.
Oh, man. Till he goes to the Knicks, his team that he's been waiting to go to for how many years now?
Well, that is true. Ingram is coming up on his contract, so he's going to be a free agent. So Toronto better pray he resigns.
Well, that's kind of the same thing with the Luka trade. Both of them, they were going to part ways. The Mavs were done with him. He was done with them. He was never going to be a Mav.
You were just in the finals last year. How'd that happen?
There's some weird stuff. I don't know if you saw some of those videos from last year's finals with I think it was the GM or somebody congratulating players and stuff. He just walks right past Luka, doesn't even look at him, acknowledge him. So I don't know. There's some sort of disconnect between him and that front office.
And then there was when they won the Western Conference that he was drinking a beer and then somebody took it from him. because they were worried about his conditioning. It's like, oh, what's going on here? Yeah. There's some weird stuff in that whole Luka situation.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Matt, I'm going to say this again. And I'm not saying this in frustration with you. Just know this. Now it's Nick Nurse's fault. We know whose fault it is.
There's a lot. I'm saying this from an outside perspective. There's a lot bigger issues with the Philadelphia 76ers than Nick Nurse.
Oh, and Matt, trust me. The one thing I will say with him, I hate Nick Nurse's love with veteran players like Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry cannot play anymore.
Oh, man.
But you know what? I'm sorry. If I'm Nick Nurse, I would be kind of upset when I am literally trying to coach a team and my 2-star players are never available. First, it was Brett Brown's fault. Then it was Doc Rivers' fault. Then it was Ben Simmons' fault. Then it was James Harden's fault. Then it was Tobias Harris's fault. Now it's Nick Nurse's fault. Soon it'll be Paul George's fault. Then it'll be Tyrese Maxey's fault. Do you know whose name doesn't come up in this ever? It's never his fault.
Yeah, it's never Joel's fault.
That crumb. The best day of my life will be when Joel Embiid is no longer a Sixer. I'm tired of the meaningless. Oh, and don't worry. Guess what I found out today? Well, not today. Guess what the reports are coming out as now?
What?
He needs another knee surgery.
Wow. Yeah, I see Clint just said that. That's actually the report that's coming out.
What the hell happened to his knee last December?
Oh,
somebody. No. This needs to be psychologically studied. Somebody sit down and explain to me what happened to his knee that night in Golden State. Because he went from, he's going to rehab it to get back on his team for the playoffs. He plays the postseason.
Wait, this goes back to stemming from when? Last season?
December.
Hold on. But you mean to tell me that this dude was able to go play in the Olympics and played some pretty good basketball in the Olympics?
We're not even there yet. He came back for the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
And then played in the Olympics. And now we're taking load management to the extreme because the guy plays one. This guy is more of a part-timer than the freaking Rock.
Oh. Okay, man. Straightforward.
All right, Matt. No disrespect to that. And like I said, Matt, it's not you. You just happened to bring it up. But it's not toward you. I'm just sick and tired of this. It's everyone's fault. It's everyone else's fault.
Sam, I didn't even hear what you said. You got too angry.
It's everyone else's fault but his. He does nothing wrong.
But real quick, Sam.
Sorry,
good night, Carol. Thank you for tuning in. Go Birds. Great season.
Yep, Carol. Good night. Go Birds. Carol, and just so you know, because you've been mostly with us in football, this don't start. This doesn't stop. Eagles football will always be a topic on 609. Off season's coming. The draft season's coming. We have a draft show that we do on night 1. I may actually try to do it. I may try to do night 2 as well this year.
Yep.
But Carol, we'll see you next week. We'll be talking Super Bowl no matter what. We'll still be talking plenty of NFL. But Carol, we'll see you next week. Good night, and just thank you for being with us through the ride. This is a great run. Tyler, read that before I blow a head gasket.
Do I have to read it? He said he might need...
Hold on. Wait. Before you go. Carol, I got you covered. I got baseball, I got you covered.
Oh, yeah.
I got another Hitting Home episode coming out soon, but I got to find out a date for it. So I'm kind of wrapped into this whole thing. So, but anyway, let me see this again. He might need one because he didn't rehab it good enough and rush to play the Olympics. I blame. Yeah, why the hell did you play in the Olympics then?
Yeah. I don't know about
Get this guy out of the city, please. Have we reached the point, Tyler, that it's not going to change?
It's never going to change.
It's over.
It's never going to change.
Now I'm paying Paul George $40 million until he's 38. So great job there.
Basically,
I got Tobias Harris with a better jump shot. Whoopee.
Tobias Harris with a better jump shot.
Clint brings it up perfectly. So in between look, the Sixers knew behind the scenes they were going to load manage the crap out of him, right? They knew this was going to happen, so they gave him another $192 million.
Yeah.
Daryl Morey needs to be fired because he has lied about this whole situation to the fan base. Nick Nurse needs to be let go so he can save his coaching career because this is not his fault, but it'll kill his career if he stays here. Joshua Harris, sell the team. Go worry about your Commanders. Sell the team. But anyway, let's talk about actual teams that actually made an impact at the trade deadline. All right, so we talked about the Ingram trade. We talked about... Were we still talking about the Luka trade?
Yeah, I mean, I think it works out. You know, the Mavs basically just got what they could for him, knowing that he was not going to re-sign there. Both
the Mavs
sides
actually, if you kind of look at it, right, you'll have, if AD gets back healthy, AD, Kyrie, Clay, Pete Washington, they went and got Caleb Martin from the Sixers too.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, but if he gets back healthy, that is a big if.
Yeah, the AD fact, yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, I said this to you last week. Maxey and McCain are my backcourt next year. Edwards can start. Bona can start. We can have all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Bruiser said, can we talk about how niche the halftime show was? Lamar is talented, but I think if you're doing a halftime show, your playlist should be a bit more mainstream and not songs you're more hardcore fans. Bruiser, I wasn't a fan of the halftime show.
I was very shocked because a lot of people, even if you don't really listen to Kendrick Lamar or know him, you know some of the old songs from like 10 years ago. Like, you know, his original Mad City, Money Trees. Like, there's just so much old music that people, they heard on the radio nonstop. Things that people would know. But a lot of this newer music, it's like, even I didn't know some of the songs. I know a couple of them, but like, I'm not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, but like, I like some of his music still. But like, I didn't even get into the halftime show myself either. Because, you know, I would have loved to see, whenever you see these people come and do these halftime shows, they're doing all the greatest hits. He's got greater hits that he didn't even touch.
Like,
I was very surprised.
Like when J-Lo and Shakira were there, they went into their bag with their hits. They went with their old school stuff, and they killed it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I personally don't think we've had a good halftime show the past 4 Super Bowls. The one in California, when they had all the OGs out there doing their thing, that was good.
I like that.
Everything since then has been underwhelming.
Yeah. Everything since then is just meh. Just is.
So yeah, Clint, while you're the comments still there, yep, 80's out 2 weeks. What else is new?
Of course.
His old said for now.
For now.
All right. Here's a trade that I kind of don't understand.
Which one?
Real quickly, hold on. So Clint said, I'm a big Kendrick fan. I give it a 6 out of 10 just because of Drake trolling. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
What is this Bucks and Wizards trade that involved Kyle Kuzma and Chris Middleton?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about... Yep, Bruce, that's the one we're talking about. That one was absolutely great.
Yep. Trey M. Snoop. Yeah, that one, I like that one a lot.
They knocked that out of the park. But yeah, like, do the Bucks really think that Kyle Kuzma is going to make them better?
Sam, we don't know what they're thinking. No idea.
I think the Bucks do know what they're thinking.
Absolutely no clue what they're doing. They're just winging it.
And the only other other big like blockbuster trade we had was the Spurs, Kings, and Bulls one, where the Spurs got Jordan McLaughlin and De'Aaron Fox. The Kings got Zach LaVine and multiple draft picks, and the Bulls got a bunch of garbage.
Yep.
I love the De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, though.
Oh yeah, that was a good move. Spurs they're loading up.
Clint, bold of you to assume that Kyle Kuzma was that athletic. Kyle Kuzma stinks, first of all. I don't know what.
Yeah, he kind of does.
But no, I love. Yeah, you're right. The Spurs are loading up. Fox with Wembanyama, they didn't give up a lot. Mm-hmm. Any other young core pieces? I like it.
Yep.
I think the Spurs are definitely moving along here, doing their thing, and all I wanted to bring up really about this deadline, it was crazy. All right, Clint, fair enough. He probably is more athletic than Middleton, but he also stays healthier more than Middleton. Middleton, let me explain this right now. If you were an NBA player and you had the knees of Joel Embiid, the ankles of Chris Middleton, and the body of Anthony Davis, you would probably last about a year in the league.
Oh my gosh.
You probably
That's
would.
Ridiculous. Jesus.
Am I wrong?
You would last about a year.
Maybe 6 months.
About a year.
You may get to the All-Star break.
Oh my.
But easily, though, one of the craziest trade deadlines we've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So much moving
100%.
parts. I think Matt said there was like 63 total players moved at the deadline.
Whew, 63.
That's wild.
That is wild.
And I like how Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan are reunited again, just this time in Sacramento.
Oh, man.
Matt said you last 4 games and that's it. Damn, that's about 3.5 games too many for me. But anyway, Tyler, do we have anything else we want to talk about tonight?
No, that's about it. Just still coming to terms that the Eagles are Super Bowl champions again.
Yeah, you know what? We've been doing 609 now for what, 5 years? I mean, yeah, I know we went away for a while, but we've been around 609 for what, since 2020 when we made this?
Oh yeah, 2020. Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on a second. Zolt said Embiid's knees calling CMC for emotional support. Oh my God. Why does Zolt always got to come in here with the Christian McCaffrey? Matt said you blow on Embiid and Davis and they're out a month. Oh my God. You guys are ruthless. But yeah, I mean, look, we've been doing 609 for almost 5 years. Yes, we know we've gone away time and time again, but you know, Tyler, this is a nice redemption story for all of us because we had to cover that Super Bowl loss in 2022.
Yeah.
Then, shortly after, I had to cover the Phillies losing the World Series in 2022. Then I had to cover the Phillies blowing the NLCS. Then we had to cover the Eagles of last year. No, we weren't around last year. Never mind. But
oh yeah, true.
We've had major chances to cover championships while doing this, and we finally got to do it. We got to cover this entire run for the Eagles that ends in a Super Bowl championship, and I just want to say that it has been a heck of a ride over the past month.
Yep.
30 episodes back, and it's a great day. Also, Tyler, we have some news.
Breaking news?
We have news for the people. Matt said, go Birds, Super Bowl champs, baby. Have a good night. Matt, thank you. And before you guys all tune out with us tonight, we do want to say that 609 Sports Talk officially, starting this week, will be on Spotify.
Oh, yes.
We'll be uploading these episodes. The episodes will drop. I believe it's going to be every Wednesday. I think I'm going to put them. Or every Tuesday, depending on how It'll probably consistently be Tuesdays. It'll probably be Wednesday this week because I will have time to mess around with Spotify.
Yeah.
But, yep. So just so everyone knows, if you are a person who uses Spotify, you can catch 609 Sports Talk every week on there as well if you want to go back and listen to us.
Yep.
Big things are coming, guys, and we want to thank you all for the ride that we've been on since coming back in August. 30 episodes down, and easily just one of the funnest, one of the most special rides that we've been a part of, getting to cover the Eagles winning a Super Bowl, covering the whole playoff run, covering the whole NFL postseason in general, and just thank you. Bruiser, we don't bribe nobody. But, guys, want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. Thank you to everybody who commented in with us tonight. Bruiser, Zolt, Clint, Matt, Carol, Georgie, Kaylee, Orlando, Alyssa. You guys all made this show absolutely amazing. The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. There is a parade down Broad Street on Friday. And we will, of course, be back next Monday. We'll be talking NFL offseason, I'm sure. We'll talk some of the head coaching hires that came around the league. We'll talk Eagles like always. But, guys, thank you all for joining us tonight. Have a safe rest of your week, and we will see you guys next time. For Kyler Adams, I'm Sam Nelson. This is the Baby Lombardi Trophy. Good night, everybody.